And action.
You ready, Molly?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, welcome to another episode of Active Gardens. I'm Laura Aziz, I'm not Marley, but I have been invited by him to show you around his garden and basically just show you a couple of things that we have that are growing in the garden, which we didn't plant. Lo and behold, I want to say God planted them, but you know, lo and behold, they are planted by nature and they're in the nature for us to just go and explore. Most gardens have them in the UK, so you know, if you've got a small space, a big space, surely you're going to find at least one of these things. We have a special surprise at the back of the garden, which is a ginormous, beautiful, lovely, glorious cherry tree. I'll also be showing you that. And let's just go and do some good old-fashioned exploring. So I'm going to think that I'm about, 5 years old now and just going into the garden, which is an activity you can do with your kids. It's kind of like, what plants can you find in your garden? Come on, let's go. These little goodies. And these are what everybody knows is daisies. They're from the Marguerite family. And most people know them by picking their petals and saying, does he love me? Does he love me not? Does he love me? Does he love me not? However, what I'm just gonna do is do this. So these, they do have a benefit in the sense that you can just eat them like I did. But by putting them into a little salad, you're gonna get some beautiful gloriousness into your salad. Look over here, what we've got, a little bee. I think he's dead. There's a couple of things going on in this little corner, and to most people, if I'm just showing you this section, you're gonna see, oh, what's all this? Just cut it down. I know we've got some, yeah, we all know what that is. Yeah, okay. This here is a cleaver, a really waterous kind of herb. If you open it, and already you've got like this kind of gloopy kind of internal inside, and they're really, really, really delicious, really healthy, a really great way to kind of hydrate your body. Look, and that greeny goodness is sort of like, okay, we don't have cucumber all year round, but add a drop of this to a bottle of water and put it in your fridge, and you're going to find that you can leave it in there for a couple of days. I mean, by all means, add a bit of mint to it, which I'll collect, and then we'll...
So you've got mint, different varieties of mint that have been planted initially, but now they grow wild. We can count them as wild plants.
Because they take over.
And they take over. What else do we have in there herb-wise? Is that thyme and...
And ground ivy is also a little green bug. It's really overlooked, and we can use the leaves and the top part of the flowers. They're actually really, really nectary and sweet, whereas the oh my gosh, they are like little sweet, so delicious. That's a ground ivy.
Shaded areas.
Yeah, and it grows kind of everywhere in the UK. Lions are really good as well. They're the most overlooked sort of common herbal that we have access, that's widely attributed across the UK. And the leaves here, we want some nice leaves. We'll take the young fresh ones and we'll add them to a salad. Oh my god, it's like fresh roquette. If they're too long, let's find an old one. They get big like this. We want them when they're sort of here, in this size, because the larger they get, the longer they are, the older, the tougher they are. As you can see, they've got lots more here. Then they become really bitter. So you can take a couple of the flower heads and some of the leaves, and you can make a really nice salad. This is a feast. little toothed, and the reason why it's called a dandelion is because these look like the teeth of a lion, and in French it would be dent de lion, the tooth of the lion. Here we've got a hairy bittercress, and it's kind of just gone out of season, but if you're seeing all of these things pop up, again, it's like a spice. It's like pepper. It's like a peppery spice. So you could take these, dry them, and ground them up, and then add them to your dishes. Or you could just put a sprig or two like that into your meal. Say you're cooking up a stew or whatever you want. Add a couple of that. Or you could go for some of the fresh, the little leaves on the side here. Again, peppery. And then next to it here, we've got the good old nettle here. And yeah, it's great to cook with. I mean, if you like spinach, definitely get in there, get some nettles in your food, chop them up, and don't be afraid. Wear some gloves, and that's all you're gonna need. Or take some scissors and cut them. Ziggy, cut just the tops. You just want the tops. You don't want the old leaves again. We don't want these. We want these, not this. None of those. Marley's got some lovely wild strawberries about to grow. We're gonna have strawberry leaf tea. I mean, what we're actually looking for is these old babies. These little flowers are where the strawberries are gonna come up. And lo and behold, just near the shed. Here, look. But you can also have the leaf as a tea. We have the cherry blossom. And we're going to take a couple of these bunches and turn them into a jam. So yeah, these are the blossoms, and I'm just deheading them, popping them in there, and then we'll cover them with the water and lay them on top. And this important step is key, because it's where the flower will then, this is how we extract the essence of the flower's scent, and that's what's going to give our syrup its key taste. It's going to be floral, and they release a sort of very almondy smell once covered in the boiling water. And then we'll drain that off and make our syrup from the water that's left. Magic is unfolding. So there it is. This last part was watching this steam and give us that beautiful almond smell. Oh my gosh. I forgot, I just basically added a bit of sugar to the pot, mixed it up, and there it is.